Okay, so is anyone else here really excited for E3 2021, or is it just me? The games I'm personally excited for is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, possibly seeing something from Metroid Prime 4, not to mention the rumored Donkey Kong game, which we haven't seen one since Tropical Freeze, which is a pretty long time. Oh, and of course the new open world Pokemon game. I have so many questions on that game. I also really hope that 2D Metroid Prime game is real, and according to this Nintendo leaker, it is. By the way, what Nintendo Switch games are you looking forward to at E3 2021? Hey guys, it's Rob here, and welcome back to the Robo Show, where we cover the latest gaming news, leaks, and rumors from Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo in 2020 and beyond. If you want to be kept up on the latest gaming news, make sure you click that red subscribe button below this video and that notification bell so you know when I upload. And if you're interested, I have a Patreon, which link to that will be in the pinned comment along with my Twitter account. In this video, we are going to talk about some new Nintendo Switch leaks and rumors that could potentially tell how big E3 2021 is going to be for Nintendo. And not only for the games themselves, but if these are true anyways, how big the E3 2021 Nintendo Direct is gonna be. I have a feeling it's gonna be a pretty big one, especially if we end up getting Breath of the Wild 2, a new Donkey Kong game, and all the other crazy Nintendo leaks and rumors, plus of course the official games that were already announced. I mean, not to mention the rumored Nintendo Switch Pro as well, which is rumored for 2021, so an E3 reveal is likely. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, it helps the video a lot, and if you want to follow me on Twitter and pass our current goal of 500 followers, you can follow me at RoboRop93. Without further delay, let's continue with the video. So Nintendo is on a roll, guys. It really seems like they're releasing game after game, hit after hit. How many times have we heard that this new game like Monster Hunter Rise or Animal Crossing New Horizon has the best sales in the series or something like that? It really seems like anything Nintendo makes sells incredibly well and does really well for the Nintendo Switch install base. And this only further builds the library of the Nintendo Switch, which is making the demand for the Nintendo Switch even higher. So high, in fact, that Nintendo is struggling to keep up with the demand of the Nintendo Switch, which Nintendo warns that they could end up having a chip shortage, which is really bad news for people who want to buy a new Nintendo Switch console, whether it be for new users or replacing ones that you've broken. Now take all of this in mind and add on top E3 2021 and all the craziness that we could potentially be seeing at that Nintendo Direct that we'll see at E3. And you can already tell the demand for the Nintendo Switch is gonna be even higher. Good luck, Nintendo. But the question that's been on a lot of our minds is, what could we see at E3 2021? Well, a new Nintendo Switch leak by Zippo may give us some ideas as to what we could see at E3 2021 and that Nintendo Direct, which, can I say, I'm glad that Nintendo Directs are back. Remember when we didn't even know if they were still a thing or not? Those were pretty dark times. But anyways, Zippo recently made a blog post on his blog that gives us more information on a whole slew of new Nintendo games like a 2D Metroid Prime, Donkey Kong, Zelda's 35th anniversary, and more. The first one we are going to start with is The Legend of Zelda 35th anniversary. The Legend of Zelda 35th anniversary is something that a lot of us want, whether you want the Oracle of Ages remake, Wind Waker on the Nintendo Switch like me, or just want Nintendo to recognize Zelda's anniversary because everyone celebrated it except Nintendo, which when you think about it is pretty weird. And for those hoping to see this at E3, well, Zippo has some interesting things to say. This is a tricky one. Going by other reliable sources, there's a Wind Waker / Twilight Princess HD bundle coming, which is obviously happening, but other than that, beats me. There's been talk of an Ocarina / Major bundle as well, but I haven't personally heard anything about that. Regardless, I'd bet we'll hear about it at E3. Now we know that the Wind Waker trademark was renewed in February, a trademark that, by the way, is still good for a good amount of time, which makes it even more questionable why they renewed it in the first place. And not only that, but the person who leaked the Super Mario 35th anniversary games also said this. For those disappointed with the Skyward Sword remaster, Twilight Princess and Wind Waker are 100% coming this year. Now not only that, but on February 17th, Tom Phillips, who is a news editor for Eurogamer, said see you in a couple months. Both of these tweets were around the time of the Skyward Sword remaster announcement. Now on the side of Ocarina and Majora, there are rumors that the video game company Grezzo is doing something with these games. The interesting thing about the rumor paired with what Zippo is saying is that they have worked on these games before. On the 3DS, they did The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, I said it right this time, and The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Plus they did The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening remake, so Grezzo doing something with Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask is something that I could see happening, and could be what Zippo is saying when he's talking about there have been talks about Majora's Mask and Ocarina being bundled, even if he hasn't personally heard anything about it, but as he says, we will hear more about it at E3, which if it's true, Samus Hunter is probably gonna end up being wrong about something Zelda this month, but I'm still holding on hope for Nintendo doing something on the Zelda 35th anniversary celebration. Which, by the way, if you want to learn more about the Legend of Zelda 35th anniversary and how older games could be coming back and not just the Zelda games as a result of the Super Mario 35th anniversary games, confusing I know, but watch the video and you'll get where I'm coming from, click the top right corner of the video. I think if I had any choice to make any Nintendo game come back and play on the Nintendo Switch Portable, I think Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness and Colosseum would be my choice. But if you're not interested in that, let's continue with the Nintendo leaks. And next up on Zippo's blog is the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. This game was announced a very long time ago and unlike Metroid Prime 4, did not restart development. Many are waiting for Nintendo to say something about this game, anything about this game. Zippo has some tidbits on this game though if you're interested. This is what Zippo said about the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. So Breath of the Wild 2, many are wondering if this is the year that it releases. After all, it was announced 2 years ago. I'm gonna go and say no. If any Nintendo game was affected by the pandemic, it was this one. From what I heard, the game is nearing its completion, but a release by the end of the year just isn't feasible. The game needs a bit more time. With last year in mind, that's entirely understandable. What I foresee Nintendo doing at E3 is finally busting down the doors of the game and giving fans and press tons of details on it, with a spring 2022 release date attached to it. But that's just my prediction on it. Now, we don't know if this is a result of him knowing something that we don't know and he's not telling us, or it's just pure speculation. Next up, we have Mario Kart. So Mario Kart has been a huge topic among Nintendo fans. With Mario Kart selling so well, what's the point of making another Mario Kart? This is the huge question that's been tossed around between Nintendo fans and other people among the gaming industry. Well, according to Zippo, it all comes down to Nintendo being a business at the end of the day. They want to make money, and putting out a new Mario Kart will make them more money. In my opinion, more money than relying on Mario Kart 8. As to what Zippo has heard about Mario Kart 9, this is what he has to say about it. Regardless, I've heard multiple times that Ibuki's team are hard at work on a new Mario Kart of some sort and have been for the last 3 years. I also made sure to specify that this project wasn't Mario Kart Tour, Live Circuit, or a Universal theme park ride. Now, what exactly is it? Well, it could be another expansion, Mario Kart 9, or just Nintendo Kart. All accounts are making it sound like whatever this is something that's coming holiday early next year. So what Zippo is essentially saying here is that there is indeed a new Mario Kart or Mario Kart-like game, which there are rumors of Nintendo doing something different with the Mario Kart series, and that this game is going to be coming out holiday early next year. And moving on to the next one, we have the very elusive 2D Metroid Prime game. This game has been rumored for an incredibly long time, and this is what Zippo has to say and what he's heard about the 2D Metroid Prime game. Feels like just yesterday, this is one rumored game I partially became famous for, or infamous depending on who you ask. But yes, a new 2D game from Mercury's Steam 200% exists, and in fact is done. All Nintendo needs to do at this point is announce it. Nintendo, and by extension Sakamoto, internally is extremely happy with how the title turned out. The only other thing I've heard recently is that this game is running at a very smooth 60 FPS. My hard read prediction is an announcement at their E3 Direct next month. Have some patience, bounty hunters, we're almost there. Now, he leaves us off with a big tease, a huge tease in fact. He says that 2022 is looking even crazier somehow. I'll get into that a bit with part 2 of this article, hope to see you there. So somehow, with all that's happening in 2021 and all that's coming later on in this year, 2022 is going to top it and be even bigger. No doubt we will hear a lot about these games at E3 2021, which may end up being leaked early by Zippo, which I will be covering, so make sure you're subbed to the channel and of course have that notification bell on. Especially make sure you have that bell on, because sometimes YouTube will either unsubscribe you from my channel or turn off the notification bell, or sometimes they won't even bring you these videos. So make sure you not only have that notification bell on, but you're coming back every day to see what's new on the channel. Overall guys, another Nintendo leak has come out and said something, and I've made a video on it and gave you my thoughts on it as well. But now that I've given you my personal thoughts, make sure you give me yours down in the comment section below. What do you think about what Zippo has to say about these Nintendo Switch games that are potentially leaks? Because remember guys, Nintendo rumors and Nintendo leaks are not confirmed, so don't go in thinking they're real. It's fun to speculate and wonder if they're real, but don't go in believing them. And of course, like I always say at the end of these videos, if you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe to Robo Gaming for more gaming news, rumors, and Nintendo leaks. Thanks for watching guys, and remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one. Oh, and I have seen that you guys have been wanting some cookies at the end of this video, so here is a cookie. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go play some video games. See you guys later.